Hey everybody, Drozd with Action Coach. I'm back here in my office to bring you step 5 in the series 7 Steps to Create a Thriving Business in a Down Economy. This week's step 5, is look at your customer experience. You know, I just got back from a conference in Las Vegas and I had an interesting thing happen. Several of us had called the hotel ahead of time to find out if they had a shuttle service because we knew that the hotel we were staying at was very far north of the city and off of the strip. And we all got different answers. Some of us were told that the cab ride would be $60 to $80. Some people were told that there wasn't going to be, it wasn't much at all. But the interesting thing was that we got different answers. And quite frankly, it was very disarming also to find out that they had no kind of referral program to give us the name of any shuttles that we might be able to get there. At the end, we were all comparing our stories, and what the end result was really was that we were all very disappointed in the customer service that we had gotten from the hotel and would probably hesitate staying there again. So if you look back at your customer experience, what kind of a message is going on to your customers when you're not there? I think it's really important that we look at 3 areas. The first area that we need to look at is your operations and systems. How are you set up? You know, interestingly enough, if you look at McDonald's, the average McDonald's restaurant earns $1.3 million in revenue a year. But more importantly, their bottom line net profit margin is 37%. 37%. Or over $450,000 in a year in net profit. That is unheard of in small business. It's amazing. So how the heck do they do that? Well, in my opinion, there's several reasons, but probably the most important reason is their systems. They have been able to build systems that allow the restaurants to run very effectively and efficiently, delivering the same exact customer service with low-income earners typically. They don't have a lot of education. You know, we've all heard that McDonald's runs with 16-year-olds that can't clean up their rooms. So it's really pretty amazing that they're able to deliver this customer experience over and over and over again. It may not be the best hamburger we've ever had, but we know what we're going to get when we go into a McDonald's. So what kind of systems should you be implementing in your business to make sure that your customer experience is consistent across the board? One suggestion that I usually give to my clients is that you can create systems using Post-it notes. Take a simple pad of Post-it notes, pick a customer situation that you would like to implement, that you want to systemize, write down each step per Post-it note. So you take one step, write it on a Post-it note, stick it up on your wall. Once you've got all the steps there, you can stand back and really take a good look at what you've got there. Move things around, get more efficient, give it some more wow, do whatever, but you'll then be able to create a system that you can write down, train your employees, and implement. So that's step number 1 if you want to deliver a great customer experience, is to have systems. Step number 2 is to create a wow factor in your business. You know, J. Conrad Levinson says, if your customer service is not remarkable, you're invisible. Are you invisible? Ask yourself the question, what am I doing to stand out from my competitors? How am I different? How am I attracting in my customers and giving them an experience that they will not soon forget? If your answer to that question is, oh, I just give great customer service, that's a bad answer. It's really just what everybody says. So you need to look at individual, unique ways in which you can deliver a great customer experience. The third area that you need to think about is your culture and your people. If you have the systems in place and you now have developed a wow factor that you want to deliver, now it's important that you have the foot soldiers in order to be able to carry that out. Writing a culture, figuring out exactly that you have a culture of service and making sure that your employees all know that becomes critically important. And then you got to make sure that you've hired the right people that can carry out that culture. So putting that culture into your hiring, making sure that you're encouraging your employees and rewarding them for great customer service, and that you're training them in great customer service becomes increasingly important. So those are the 3 areas for you to be able to create a great customer experience. 1 is systems. 2 is in your wow factor. And 3 is in making sure that you've got the right people and the right culture to deliver that service. So Once again, this was step 5 in a series of 7. I'll be back in a couple of weeks with step 6, which is trim the fat. Get ready. We're about ready to go on a diet. So until then, to your success, I'm Drozd with Action Business Coaching.